life's lessons are the ones that make our stories like real. Hip hop is real. I mean, let's be honest. Hip hop as a culture, not as a spirituality, but a culture came from people who felt like their voices were not being heard. It came from hip hop culture started from two gangs fighting and a man getting killed, and then that gang turned into a band and making music. In your life, like I said, you were born already hip hop, but even the story that you just told shows us that the desire for more is the human story. What more has hip hop given you, and what do you want to give back to it?
Hip hop definitely brought my confidence completely on the front line. I've never been more confident as an artist before in my life. I started, when Neveah first started, Neveah was just a singer, and I said that in Winning. Strictly singing. Rap, what? Nah, I'm good. But I always wrote raps, you know what I'm saying? Even like going back to what I said earlier, when I used to be with Epic the Rapper, we would write raps. Just writing them, you know what I'm saying? Writing, but never having the confidence to spit them. Until Epic the Rapper was like, no, you got something and you need to drop this. And you need to let people know, regardless of how much you're doubting yourself, you have no idea who is going to rock with your shit. And I said, all right. So the more that I started to get into that and writing freestyles and spitting them and recording them live, like, you know what I'm saying? If you see on my Instagram, I first started with a picture. I went to the studio, laid down the track, put the MP3 to the picture, you wouldn't see me. Then it came up to, now I'm gonna video record myself, but I'm not spitting live. Now it's more so, all right, now I'm here, you know, and you see that growth, even through my Instagram. Something so basic as that, but you see that. And as the more so I kept getting into hip hop and doing my research, you know what I'm saying? Because it's one thing to listen to the music, it's another to like go back to foundation and like who started hip hop, you know, things like that. I think it's very important. So even within that, it just, woo, my confidence just like skyrocketed, you know what I mean? And here I is.
I love the fact that you always bring your story full circle. The track Bob Hope is a full circle track.
Yeah.
Now in the live you talked about the story, but I want you to tell the people the story behind Bob Hope, and I'm gonna tell you why it's special to me.
Okay. So Bob Hope, right? It's a song about my parents. It's a tribute. I feel like I said, as an artist, you should make a track about your parents. You know, if it wasn't for them, we wouldn't be here. That's just what it is. My parents are like my best friends, and I felt like if it wasn't for them, I wouldn't be here. So why would I not make a tribute to them on my album, on my first full project? So Bob Hope, why is it called that, right? I know everybody's like, what? So Robert is my dad's name, but Bob is short for Robert, and people know him as Bob. And then my mom's name is Hope. And so there's a celebrity, Bob Hope, that everybody doesn't know or either knew or like heard. And I was like, you know what, that shit just fits. Like, I got two parents named Bob Hope, you know, and I'm gonna put that as Bob Hope, you know. And that was it. And I needed to, I said, all right, how am I gonna do this? Am I gonna write two verses about both of them, or am I gonna split it up? And I said, why not? Why not split up? Verse 1, mom, verse 2, dad, and write my own, you know, experiences with both of them, because we all have different relationships with our parents, you know. So I wanted to really touch on that. And it's just crazy because a lot of people like that track, and I did not think so many people were gonna like it. But I'm glad y'all love y'all parents like I do, you know what I mean? Like, that's the word. But nah, it's a great track. It's a heartfelt one. I cried writing it, and I'm not even gonna hold you. That was the last track I wrote because I was anticipating the emotions. I was like, damn, here we go. I'm about to write about my mom, you know, and start crying and shit. Went to the studio, cried, had to take like 3 takes to get it done, but I got it done. So it was very, very heartfelt, but it was needed, and they loved it.
That track means a lot to me because my mom passed away a couple years ago.
I'm sorry.
You know, and sometimes, right, in a person's life, you always want to tell somebody you love them, and then you have people out here who can't. And I couldn't tell my mom I loved her because I was far from her when she passed away. So to hear a track like that really gave me hope, because we hear See, we don't have control of the industry, even though we are. And we hear so much about Pop Molly's Have Sex, WAP, Wet Ass Mouth Now, the remix. You know what I'm saying?
Oh shit! Just all right.
Like, we get all that.
Right.
But we rarely get the heartfelt track that means something.
Right.
That track reminded me of Family Business, Kanye West's first album.
Yeah.
Because it's like, you really taking it back to the essence of who you are and where you come from.
Absolutely.
So I want to just salute and applaud you for that and tell you that made me like really check for you even more.
I appreciate that.
I appreciate the fact that you made that. So thank you very much.
Thank you.
Now to my favorite song. Everybody in the chat. Let me tell you about my favorite song. Now, everybody who knows me, they don't understand me, all right? Because I'm a hip hop head. I don't like R&B music. I can tell you from the door. I can't relate to it.
Okay.
But I can relate to rhythm and vibes. All right, so Gotta Know.
Gotta Know.
That's a classic.
Appreciate that.
I can't put it no other way. Now, what's the plans for Gotta Know? Where we want to take it?
Man, I want to know. I honestly. I remember when I wrote it, I was lit off of Hennessy. Don't even ask. I was lit. And I said, and I'm looking at, like I said, I planned my album, right? So I'm looking at my work and I'm like, I got this type of track, this type of vibe, but I ain't got nothing that's like universal, like even like, you know, Karen's could bop to, you know? So I said, I need something that is a vibe, that's a good time, shit like that. And I grew up in a time where, you know, Step in the Name of Love and like all of that. So I'm like, yo, I need something. And then I heard the beat and I said, ooh, okay. And I got the hook like, da-da-da-da-da-da-da. And I knew what I wanted it to sound like, but then I was like, oh, gotta know. And then it literally like unraveled in one night. And I was like, oh shit, I'm done. But with that track, I just feel like it's such a universal track that you could bop it at a barbecue, you could bop it in a club, you could bop it, you know what I mean? There's so many different ways, you know what I mean? So I'm hoping a DJ listens to it, hears it, it's like, I need that, you know, spin it. That's the goal with that song, at least.
I'm gonna give that track to 3 people I know.
Okay.
We're gonna get that there.
Okay.
But please, do me the favor that most artists from New Jersey especially fail to do. Don't do this. I need you to put some money behind that track and push the hell out of it. Yeah. And I need a video for that so it can be pushed too. Right. Because everybody, all right, look, you cute, fine. Everybody knows it. You go on Instagram, you got it, all right, fine. But your music is the other telling of you that the world needs to hear. So by seeing you have a good time and be able to convey those feelings, that's gonna bring people to understand who you are and appreciate your music that much more.
Right.
See, the thing that makes you win is not the fact that you rhyme. The thing that makes you win is not the fact that you sing. And you can sing, everybody, she's not nasal. Fuck out. The one thing that makes you win is the clarity, the truth, and the depth of what you write, and how you express it. You're like the exposure of hip hop that needs to be exposed. What does it mean to carry that burden, to know that you're not just an artist, you're the newcomer to something that the game has been waiting for?
It's a lot. You know, we always doubt ourselves as an artist. We're our biggest critics. Man, I'm like stuck right now even thinking about it, but that's a huge responsibility to take on, you know. But I feel like there's a lot of artists out here that is on the same wave I am, in terms of like trying to switch this mumble rap, not really spitting shit about anything rap, like, and switch it. Like, it needs, the culture needs a shock. It needs a shock, and I feel like it's gonna start with our music, you know, and me being the artist that I am, and me being the person I am, allows me to be the artist that I am, and it makes it easier and to step into it, you know what I mean? So, shit, I'm ready, you know what I'm saying? Whatever it takes, that's what you gotta, like, you gotta be willing to change out your socks and your shoes for the old ones that you were wearing. And sometimes it's hard to step out your comfort zone, you know. Everybody likes to be comfortable, everybody feels safe, you know. But the more I get more into my music, the more I I get an understanding of it's okay not to feel safe in that. Like, you don't have to just like, you can step over the boundaries a little bit. You can step out of your comfort zone just a little bit until you feel well enough where you're like, yo, shit, I'm out here. This is me. Like, take it or leave it, you know? And I feel like that's where I'm at now. So I think that's a huge responsibility, but, you know, why not Queen Veya?
You're gonna make it.
I appreciate that.
And the queen is
God willing.
The queen is the most powerful piece on the board.
Absolutely.
Because while men rule kingdoms, queens have dominion.
Mm-hmm.
So hip hop, welcome to the game. Who's your new queen?
Real hip hop. Real